we reached the 26th
I
year
still
since
need
he
to
left,
get the
I'll
wagon
tell ya.
moving and make the fake layer of cigar boxes before I can carry out my plan.
But the son also made a mistake. He could have found his father much sooner.
When? How?
8 years after he split. But we'll get to that.
A handy tool, but also a weapon if things were to go south. This door would only lead me away from that hooded scoundrel. Poppy seeds? Wait, there's opium in there. And of course, they fill these tubes with it.
The most incredible thing is that the father ran into his entire family after they'd been gone for 3 years.
And what happened?
Hold on,
I still
we're
need to
almost
get the
there.
wagon moving
First, I have
and
to tell
make
you
the
what
fake
happened
layer
in
of
the 2
cigar
years
boxes
after
before
he
I can
disappeared.
carry out my plan.
It's a really long story, honestly. There's no way I'll be able to tell it to you today.
"13 boxes, plus the 2 others I labeled and sealed. All the boxes I need. It's perfect. Now I just need to get the wagon moving. They won't get away with it, I swear. A broken riding crop. Is Colonel Fawad in here?
Well, we'll stay
I
until
still need to
tomorrow
get the
if we
wagon
have to.
moving
I need
and
to
make
know
the
how it
fake layer
ends.
of cigar boxes before I can carry out my plan.
But we haven't even gotten started.
Then why did you start telling me the story?
I
If
have
you
all
knew you
15
wouldn't
cigar
finish
boxes
it.
for my cover, but I still need something to glue them together.
I didn't think you'd get so into it.
There's no way I can sleep without knowing what happened to the father and son.
That's
I
the way
hate
that
you.
hooded
I
scoundrel
won't
went.
let you leave
But the
without
people
telling me
talking
the
on the other
ending.
side would see me. It'd be curtains for me.
I'm sleepy.
I don't care. What you're doing to me, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Dash. It's locked. Luckily, I've got this. Hooray! Glue! Just what I was looking for. If I'm not wrong, I've got all I need to make my cover. It's perfect. Now I just need to get the wagon moving.
It's a really long story.
The plan is
honestly.
ready.
There's no way I'll be
But
able
I
to
feel
tell
like
it to
there's
you
something
today.
else I need to do before I get going.
Well, we'll stay until tomorrow if we have to.
My
I
cover
need
is
to know
ready.
how it ends.
I just need to follow through with the rest of my plan.
But we haven't even gotten started.
Then why did you start telling me the story? If you knew you wouldn't finish it.
I didn't think you'd get
That's
so
the way
into
that
it.
hooded scoundrel went. But the people talking on the other side would see me. It'd be curtains for me.
There's no way I can sleep without knowing what happened to the father and son.
That's how the crooks outwitted the police in all their inquiries. Shoot. I don't think this moves the rail I'm interested in. Eureka! The time has come to put my plan to the test. Fingers crossed this works.
If you don't tell me how it ends, I'll never forgive you.
Wait a minute, here's another wagon.
I don't care. I want to know how the story ends.
You're a pain in the bum. Make sure it's all there and I'll tell you.
Finally. 1, 2, 3. All right, filled to the brim. 15 boxes per layer. Now, tell me.
Nope.
What? Why not?
I've realized that the best thing about the story is how desperate you are to hear what happens.
You've got some nerve. You'll pay for this.
What are you doing? Get off me, you lunatic!
I wonder where this leads.
Proceed, brother.
I'll need one of those costumes to get through. Psst! Hey! Over here! Now that I look the part, let's knock.
Show me your token, brother.
A token? Don't you know who I am?
No, that's the point of tokens. Show me your token.
What token?
Show the token or stay out. I don't have all night.
Oh, I must have forgotten it in my other robe.
No token, no entry.
Another statuette from the Tomb of Kiosk. Seems like every member of this brotherhood has one. He'll be knocked out for a while, but tied up, just in case. Dr. Finney is part of this conspiracy. That explains a few things, like why they tried to lock me up in the mental hospital. The note he wrote was a trap. He seemed like a decent man.
Show me your token, brother. Welcome, Brother Ra. The meeting will begin soon.
The belly of the beast. I should look for an escape route, just in case. In the meantime, I'll have a little chat with our hooded brothers.
I salute you, brother.
I know.
Beg your pardon?
You can't hide anything from me.
Sorry, but I don't understand.
Don't play fool with me. You let the poet go free. Even mad, he knows too much.
Oh, yes, yes. I'll fix that, brother.
Indeed you will. The Grand Master does not forgive failure.
Phew, that was close.
Well, I think that we should stop using hollow cigars. We know that, dear.
I did my best to defend Abuddin. Please, brother.
Deal with the Grandmaster yourself, donkey desert god.
For the 100th time, Set is a mighty jackal, not a donkey. Ah, wise Brother Ra, you are my last salvation. Abuddin did not fall because of me. It was because of those blasted spies. Defend me before the Grandmaster, please.
All right, all right. But in return, I'll ask you for a favor.
I'll do anything.
You will call a truce with Patrash Pasha and his Bedouins.
How? But they hate my guts. I can't.
No excuses. You'll bargain with them and shower them with gifts.
All right.
Could be a way out if everything goes south.
I've heard that Brother Thoth will be unavailable from this meeting onward. Why don't we offer his seat to my good friend, Miss Suhi?
Silence, you fool! Saying our names or showing our faces is forbidden.
Oh yes, my apologies.
My dear Ra, there you are. Finally, some clever conversation round here.
Why, yes, indeed. So, when will the meeting start?
As soon as Brother Neckbet arrives. He's making us wait, as usual, to boost his self-importance.
past that Tintin spy and those mangy Bedouins.
When will the meeting begin?
When Brother Neckbet arrives.
What about the Grand Master? Will he be joining us too?
Why so many questions, Brother Knoom?
I am loyal, I swear it. Kiosk and Guy Pajama.
Then prove it by waiting there until the meeting starts. I'm watching you, always.
But why don't we?
Why not use tin cans? Cans of anchovies, or tomatoes, or crab.
I'm watching you, always.
They all look like the Egyptian gods I saw at the tomb of Kiosk. Reminds me of that statuette I found in the Maharaja's secretary's office. Looks like the presiding seat at the table. A cat goddess, similar to the drawing I saw in Egypt. Hey, that's my token, so this is my seat. I'd prefer a place closer to that door on the right, though, just in case. Whichever god this is, it's the closest seat to the door, but I won't be able to change it unless he's distracted. An eye? Huh, I think I know who this seat belongs to. Reminds me of the statuette I found in Fuad's office. The professor told me about this crocodile god. Sebek, maybe?
What would Mommy say if she saw me like this?
Let me do the thinking, dear Sobek. You just do it with your stomach.
Yes, dear. Greetings, Brother Ra. Kiosk and Guy Pajama.
Huh?
Have you ever met him, the Grand Master?
Well, never in person, but his reputation precedes him. A real entrepreneur, a true marquis, a villain so grand that no hero will ever match him.
We'll see about that.
Mind if I swap seats?
Why should I?
Because there was a mistake on the labels. You didn't receive the memo?
I wasn't aware of any memo.
It's so hot in here. Let an old man sit next to the door.
And what do I gain?
You'd be sitting closer to the center, and the ones in charge.
Oh, I see, yes. But Brother Horace will never allow it.
I'll take care of that. You just go and change the sigils. So, brother, do you fear there may be spies present tonight?
Why? You have anything to confess?
I just want you to keep up the good work.
I'll be vigilant as always. Never forget that.
Sit. Brothers, except for our leader who was unable to come, we are all present. The session can begin. First, important news. We've gotten rid of the Maharaja of Guy Pajama for good. As we speak, he has lost his reason. Nothing more than stands in the way of... Hello? Yes, security? What? A message from Cairo. Our situation is dire. Our Cairo headquarters has been discovered. Only our leader was able to get away. He's coming here by air. What? Knocked out? Brothers, there is a traitor in our midst. Our rules do not allow us to show our faces, so you will whisper the password to me one by one. And whoever is unable to give it will be executed immediately. You start. Give me the password.
Actually, there is no password. It was a trick, wasn't it?
You're either a really dumb spy or just dumb, but guilty anyway.
Oh, crumbs.
And whoever is unable to give it will be executed immediately. You start. Give me the password.
Glory to kiosk.
Got you now, dirty rat.
Oh, crumbs.
And whoever is unable to give it will be executed immediately. You start. Give me the password.
Kiosk and guy pajama.
Idiot! Couldn't you have whispered it? Now everyone knows. All right then, I'll go into the next room. You will come in one after the other, and give me the password of our last meeting. Fast! Next. 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 The last one.
And now, let's take a peek at the faces of the Brotherhood. Mrs. Snowball. So this one must be... Mr. Snowball, of course. Colonel Fuad, just as I thought. A Japanese man I've never met before. The Fakir, of course. The Maharaja's secretary. So much for the loyal advisor. What a crew. The only one left is the notorious Grandma... Huh? Crikey!
Only an imbecile would trip on his own clothes. Oh!
You were saying?
Ugh! Stupid robes. Ugh. Like I said, imbecile.
Wait! This is ridiculous! I suggest we take off these robes and continue with the chase.
Here, I'll go first.
Of course. It's only fair.
Now you, take your time.
All right.
Now wait till
Hey! That's not fair!
Give up! You're done!
The only ones who are done are all those fools. As long as our leader is alive, the Brotherhood will persevere.
Sooner or later, the Grand Master will fall too!
How dare you pronounce his name?
I didn't! That's his title!
I forgot how insufferable you are.
Don't worry, you won't have to see me once you're in jail.
Must you answer back every time?
Absolutely!
Ah!
Crikey! I've lost him.
I forgot how insufferable you are.
Don't worry, you won't have to see me once you're in jail.
Must you answer back every time?
Absolutely!
Ah!
You're going to pay for all the people you turned mad.
You are going to pay for all the people who turn mad. You are so naive. No one gets what they deserve. The world. Place.
I will never accept something like that.
Ha! That's exactly what the last Maharaja said.
You're despicable. He adored his nephew. And now, because of you, he thinks he's driving in the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Yes, that was a good one.
Come back here, you coward! Quit now! You've nowhere to run!
You're not the one who decides that.
The palace is filled with guards!
Nothing that a poisoned dart cannot fix.
I'll get you, if it's the last thing I do!
Where did he go?
An intruder! Get him!
Crumbs!
Surrender! You're trapped! He's too far away. Block his way!
Crikey, it's locked.
I've finally got you. Now who are you? Turn yourself in, and I promise we won't kill you.
Another locked
You're
door.
trapped.
That's bad.
He's too far away. Block his way.
What is he? A marathon runner?
You can't always scurry off like that, you rat.
I can't
Slippery
believe
little
it.
fellow, isn't
This
he?
door is locked.
Why don't you come here so we can talk like adults?
If we let him get away, they'll kill us.
Turn yourself in, and I promise we won't kill you.
Who let him in anyway?
Surrender! You're trapped!
He's too far away.
Ouch! Oh, I should have been more careful.
Turn yourself in, and I
Don't move! You're done.
turn yourself in, and I promise we won't kill you.
You have no way out!
In the name of the law, hands up!
Snowy! You're okay. Oh, my dear friend.
Congratulations, dear friend. You pulled off a masterstroke.
What? But don't you want to arrest me anymore?
We now know that you and your dog are innocent. The police raided their hideout in Cairo and found a blacklist that included your name.
There was also a plan of this hideout. That's how we discovered.
He's got away again! Oh, after him!
We'll get him, young man!
As soon as we got out, we learned that someone had taken the prince and helped the fakir escape. There was no time to despair. We needed the fastest car to chase down the villains. I got behind the wheel and stepped on the accelerator, determined to stop the Brotherhood once and for all. A few miles further, in the middle of the jungle, I spotted their car. It took me a few more miles to realize that Thompson and Thompson were gone.
Who's the driver? Thompson, what do you think? You don't know what to say, huh? Perhaps Thompson has an idea. Friends? Are you here? Friends? They're gone! Surely they got scared. This is not for everyone, even for grown men like them. What a leap! I hope the car holds on. Well, Snowy, Thompson and Thompson left us. We'll have to save the prince on our own. This road is really testing my nerves. We can't lose them. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to the prince. Hooray! Now or never. We won't have a better chance to make up lost time. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. We should have gone faster. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. I failed the prince. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. I failed the Maharaja. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing, which is exactly what we're gonna do. We have to go faster. We'll never reach them at this pace. The last thing we needed, a cliff. I hope they're careful. No one would survive a fall like that. We have to go faster. We'll never reach them at this pace. The last thing we needed, a cliff. I hope they're careful. No one would survive a fall like that. Hold on, Snowy. These turns are dangerous. We have to use this downhill to our advantage. Hooray! Now or never. We won't have a better chance to make up lost time. Still not easy to catch up to them. How hard it is to catch up with such a driver. I'll never forgive myself. That driver doesn't seem too worried about dying. Fear not, Snowy. We'll save him, I promise. You know I always keep my word. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing. Which is exactly what we're gonna do. If we keep up this pace, we'll definitely catch up to them. This road has to end somewhere.
Let's see how good a driver you are.
That was close. This is not good.
Where? Oh no. The prince. Poor devils. Poor prince. He didn't deserve such a terrible death. There's nothing we can do.
Agreed.
How? Don't come any closer.
Oh, what?
Oh no, not again. I must resist. The eyes. The eyes.
Bring him and leave him next to the prince. Yes, Grandmaster. We can finally finish this little vermin. Poison him. I want him to go crazy. As you wish, Grandmaster. First, though, I want to ask him a few questions. All right, Tintin, who sent you?
I was sent on a mission as a reporter to Shanghai.
I see. So you ran into us by chance, did you? Let me think about my next question. Poison him. I want him to go crazy. As you wish, Grandmaster. First, though, I want to ask him a few questions. All right, Tintin, who sent you?
I was sent on a mission as a reporter to Shanghai.
I see. So you ran into us by chance, did you? Let me think about my next question. What the devil? Could it be that dog again?
How did you help the Maharaja fight off the fakir's poison dart in the palace?
It wasn't him in the bed.
Don't you lie to me. Think about it first before you answer. How did you help the Maharaja fight off the fakir's poison dart in the palace?
It wasn't him in the bed.
Don't you lie to me. Think about it first before you answer.
Grandmaster, we'd better leave here soon. Maybe the dog...
I don't care about that darn dog. I need more time. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity.
Grandmaster, if it's not the dog, maybe there's a spirit trying to kill us.
I am not afraid of the living, and even less of the dead. How do you escape death over and over?
Good people are lucky.
Oh, I cannot take this guy anymore. I'm out of here. Fakir, finish him. How do you escape death over and over?
Good people are lucky.
Oh, I cannot take this guy anymore. I'm out of here. Fakir, finish him.
Huh? What happened? Snowy, did you do that? Well done. You're the best coconut and stone thrower I've ever met. But what about the prince? All is not lost yet.
Snowy, you keep an eye on the fakir. I'll rescue the prince. Hey, stop! Leave the prince alone! He's just a boy!
But someday, he will be a snake. I was just a boy too, when I made my whole family go bankrupt.
Maybe you didn't have a choice, but there's always time to change.
But I did have a choice. I could have been a sponge fisherman like my father, that pathetic loser. But I would never have left Greece. I would have been a nobody my whole life, trapped on Leros, that hellhole of an island.
Nothing seems to matter to him. I couldn't forgive myself if something happened to the prince. Be careful! If you go that fast, you could fall!
Men like me don't trip over pebbles. But what would you know? You're a spoiled little brat who always had everything. Just like the prince and that whole family of worthless bums.
Someday he will be the Maharaja of Guy Pajama and look after all of this territory.
Ha! Only if he makes it out alive.
Don't do anything to him, please! You will gain nothing from hurting the prince.
Don't you dare ask me for mercy! Because of you, my organization is a mess. My drugs confiscated, my people... But I won't go down alone. Remember that!
There they are! Oh, thunder! That was close. But I can't give up. I didn't come this far for nothing. Can't let him get away. It's me you want. Let the prince go and face me.
There are many ways to face your enemies. The one I like most is harming their loved ones. Guy Pajama is going to hate you when you show up at the palace empty-handed.
Whatever you do, I won't let you escape.
Shoo, you'll fly.
This place is too dangerous. I can't lose focus, even for a second. One misstep and it's curtains for me.
Let's see if you can get around this.
I have to catch up with them before tragedy strikes.
Don't you ever get tired?
I should ask him the same thing. Why do I always get the most dangerous parts? Hey, I promise to help you if you turn yourself in. If nothing happens to the prince, they will surely take it into consideration.
Ha! I've taken too many lives for them to take anything into consideration.
You coward!
This land was already in shambles when I arrived. There is nothing left to save here. You'd better leave before you get wiped out too.
I didn't come this far for nothing. If you let go of the prince, I promise not to come after you.
You don't get it, do you?
What?
There's no turning back now. I've come too far to disappear.
What do you mean?
There's no middle ground. Either you win or I win.
I will never accept something like that.
All I hear are empty words. Save your breath.
You coward!
No, on the contrary, I'm all in.
Don't you realize that this is dangerous for you too?
Ha! This dangerous? It shows that you're just a spoiled brat.
I have to get him. The Maharaja trusts me. Your Highness, hold on. I promise I'll save you.
There is nothing left to save here. Ow!
This isn't over. It's over. You've nowhere to run.
Last.
Leave the prince on the ground.
All right. All right.
Slowly. Now, turn.
Sure.
No! Hold on! It's over. You've nowhere to run.
Last.
Leave the prince on the ground.
All right. All right.
Slowly. Now, turn.
Sure.
No! Hold on! Your Highness! Are you all right? Huh?
Damnation. Missed.
Poor wretch. Who was he? Will we ever know? Or has he taken his secret with him forever? Once we got back to the palace, I witnessed one of the most moving scenes of my life.
Oh, my son. I was so scared.
After that, the rest was celebration. The Maharaja even invited me to be a part of the parade on his elephant.
Tintin, when you arrived in Gai Punjab, unrest and fear reigned. But now, thanks to you, opium has disappeared from our fields. We are back to growing rice. And we can now feed our people again. I'll never thank you enough.
The prince's safety is payment enough in... Huh?
Prostrate yourselves before Ramses II.
Don't be silly. They are here for me, Napoleon the First.
Maybe there's something you can do for me, Your Highness.
Just this once I go by car, but for the next time, have my noble horse Marengo ready.
If it's true that you're taking me back to Egypt, take me however you wish. I don't care.
Thanks to the Maharaja, we were able to send Professor Anslotsky to the mental hospital while we searched for a cure for them. With all the loose ends tied, I thought it would be time to leave, but it wasn't. The Maharaja invited me to stay in the palace as his guest for as long as I wished. Thanks to this, the prince found a good friend to play with. I have had a wonderful stay at the Guy Pajama Palace, but now it is time to leave. I must go to Shanghai and finish the mission that was entrusted to me. Once I'm there, I'll write to you again. Yours sincerely, Tintin Reporter. Let's go, Snowy.